Hello everybody, Waited to Win welcomes you. We're at the sales this weekend and it's been fantastic. We've had a fantastic conversation with Greg Bort, who runs Cape Racing as well, and telling us all the good news about what's been going on. It's very exciting as how he participates, of course, at these kind of sales as well here at Bloodstock South Africa. And our social media, we're at Waited to Win on Twitter. We've also got our WhatsApp number that's up for you, 4racing.tv, YouTube. You can get the Greg Bort interview on those platforms. They'll be up there and loaded for you as well. And we're now here about to talk about winners today. It's an 8-race program at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. I'm going to start Daryl Marie. Darren Burrows has given us his information, but we're in this magnificent TBA museum, and we're very excited to be here. The bet 5-1 the field is the opener, so immediately, you know, you're sort of on the back foot, so to speak, when it comes to bipots, Daryl. I don't know what you make of it, but not easy when they're betting as wide as that in the first.
No, I've narrowed it down to 2 runners. I nearly banked it over here, Clyde. Have a look at what price is number 5 over here, Royals.
6-1.
6-1. If you look at her form, Clyde, you'd say, not too good. She's had 4 starts to date, yet to run a place. Let me tell you something. It's her first run in maiden company.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's been far from disgraced, and the form lines have been franked. Behind her was Blue Holly, who came out and won 2.
Luna Halo one.
Yeah, I think she's going to go close to winning.
Well found. Okay, all right. So number 5, Royals, your first choice.
Yes, but I did back up with number 6 over here, Flamboyant Flyer. I thought that was a very decent debut. It was over 1,000 meters. The dam won over 1,700, so she's going to love the extra. If she doesn't need one more, she will trouble Royals. So I've got a slight preference for Royals because she's got a lot of racing experience. So 5 from 6.
Interesting. Royals and Blue Holly ran in the previous race, and Blue Holly over here came out.
Also, Frank, there's 2 winners from that farm line.
There's 2 winners, Unconquerable Lady, yeah.
Correct.
All right, so Daryl Marie's got his bipod worked out. He may have hit it spot on here. Let's have a look at that quickly. We'll put it up right now. And he's going 5 and 6 in the first leg, by 4 and 12 in the second, by 1, 5, 7 and 8 in the third. Fourth leg, 1, 2, 3, 7 and 8. Then 2, 4 and 7. And the final leg, 4 and 5. And that's a 480 Rand bipod. Second race has run over 1,400 meters. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Waited to Win. We're at the TBA Museum at the sales, so you might hear the auctioneer howling in the background, but that's the reason why. And number 7 on the card tops the boards over here, and that is Lord Fairfield is at 3-1 as favourite. You got that horse for second choice from Justin Snaith stable as well. Kayomai, I think it is, at 7-2 second favourite, and then the 11 Avignon is the third choice at 5-1. But not an easy race. It is place accumulated time. Daryl will go straight to you, talk about the runners. The forms like Candice Bass, Justin Snaith, for example, Pitt Wurter particularly, they've been having good runs.
Yes. Surprised to see Lord Fairfield as the favourite, Clyde. You just have to watch that replay and you'll see how unlucky Kayomai was. Couldn't get a run on a few occasions.
Okay.
So I think he's going to reverse that form. But I'm slightly concerned because that field was very congested. I think there were like 2 lanes covering several of them. But strictly on his later starts, I think Kayomai should reverse that with Lord Fairfield and Avignon, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I found a little bit of a roughie over here, but you weren't convinced with his latest replay, so that concerns me.
No,
you watched it and you said no.
Which one was that again? Remind me.
Tlhluwe, number 12.
Tlhluwe, number 12. Okay.
Everything went wrong for him in the early stages of the race.
Yeah, came from very far back. I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, he was interfered with a loose runner, and if you can just build on that effort, he will appreciate the extra. Funny enough, Clyde, he is by Trippy, but his siblings all won over 10 furlongs plus. So I know he's going to appreciate the extra furlong. I'm just slightly concerned that it's still on the sharp side for him. But I do like what I saw in his later start. So I backed up Kayomai with number 12, Tlhluwe.
Okay, we'll put that up for you. We've got a bipod, the place accumulator it is now. Bipod's come and gone. Here's the PA. Race 2, Daryl Marie, 4 and 12. He's got a Shruti in there. Second leg of the PA, 1 and 8. By 1, 2, 3, 7 and 8. By 2, 4 and 7. By 4 and 5. Bank of the 5 later on. So he's got a bank for us just now out at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth this afternoon. And last leg, 1, 4, 6 and 7. Future Swing tops the board here, the third race, number 7 on the card. But 9-2 the field. 1 Sugar Mountain is at 5-1, and the 5 horse here, Future Turn, is trading at 11-2. So it's 7 Future Swing, of course, its favourite, not Future Turn. But either way, both from the Justin Stay stable, they've got quite a strong hand here, Daryl.
And both by Futura.
And both by Futura.
Yeah, they're two very nice horses, Clyde. How can you fault them? They're both improving. They're in a good, rich vein of form. So they'll come to the track with lively chances. Sugar Mountain, we watched his latest victory. He was never in doubt, Clyde. Came into the straight. Aldo was posing. And Candace had concerns that might have come too soon for him.
Okay.
So he's going to be spot on. But I thought there was huge value in number 8 over here, Narina Tragon. He's only had 1 start as a gelding. He won on that occasion. He was probably in need of it, and it was over 1,400. He's by Savannah out of that mare Beach Beauty, Clyde. He's going to love the extra 200 meters. And he's starting, I think we're going to see the best of him now. I think he could possibly notch up a good few victories, string up a few victories in a row. So I'm going each way, number 8, Narina Tragon.
Okay. Well, that's priced up at 10-1, number 8, Narina Tragon. It goes into the play. Currently trading at around 2-1 a place, so 3 times your money, I think it is, in that regard. Right, let's put a pick 6 up. It is that time. Darren Burrows has worked out the pick 6 for us. He's going 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10, and 12 in the very first leg of the pick 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. Third leg is going 2, 4, 8, 9, and 10. Then he is bankering number 5. The following leg 1, 3, 5, and 8. And the last leg 1, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11, and 14. Back with us now, it's jackpot time, and if you're hearing the auctioneer howling in the background, well, you know why. We're at the TBA Museum. That's where we're doing our show from today, and the sale is on the go. We had a very exciting interview with Greg Bortz, and it's been a promising sale. So let's talk about this Sunday race meeting out at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, part of our jackpots now, where Intimidator tops the boards. They're at 7-2. It's number 2 on the card, is favourite. The second choice, number 1, Badalino, is trading at around 15-4 or thereabouts. And then you've got the 3, Thunder Master, who's got to have a chance, and that is at 4-1. Looking at the race, thought Intimidator to be the right one, Daryl, but open.
Yeah, strictly on form, Bardolino must have a big chance of reversing that form with him. He's 2.5 kilograms better off for a length beating, and he's had that run, Clyde, so he's more racing fit. But Intimidator's on the upgrade, so has to be respected. Thunder Master, in his penultimate start over this course in distance, he was never in doubt. Perfectly positioned by Aldo on that occasion, won effortlessly, so he's been included. Give Me More Time, very consistent. Also a run over here. And then Prometea, I know he's only a maiden winner, but he made light work of Donderstorm in open maiden, which is a handicap. And he gave him 7 kilograms and he won with ease. And one that should have won and franked that form line is Marshall Field.
Correct. So that should have been a stronger form line than it is.
So I thought he quickened up well on that occasion, and the stables come to form. So I've gone several.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, it's at the end of the day, it's quite an interesting race. I think there's certainly got horses that must have chances over here. And one of them being Intimidator. That form's also not too bad, by the way, because it did beat Bardolino. It beat Future Turn. Future Turn came out to 1, and it beat Jam Jam, and Jam Jam came out to 1. So that's quite solid. Here's a look at what we're doing in this race. Let's take a look at the plan. Darren Burrows has also got his horse running here. Don't forget he's got that shares in that horse, Kelp Forest, number 4. So he won't leave that out. He's jackpot. He's gone that in the first leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. By second leg, 2, 4, 8, 9, and 10. Then he's bankering the 5, and the last leg for Darren, 1, 3, 5, and 8. Right, time now for the World Sports Betting Sweet Chestnut Stakes. It's run over 1,400 metres. This race has got Marina, who is top of the boards, as favourite. Marina certainly got to have some sort of claim. No question, should just come, of course, out of the Met form line. That was the last time we saw Marina in action. But it's an interesting race. Talk to Daryl Marie about it, because, you know, the likes of Quintus Light and Charbella got to have chances, Happy Chance. There's a few in here that got ability.
Yeah, nice race, Clyde. Very surprised to see Marina at the top of the boards. if you go to the best weights at column, Clyde, you can see, I think she's 5 pounds, 2.5 kilograms best in, but she never earned a rating over 1400. She's earned it over 1800. She's never featured over 1400 before. So I'm surprised to see her favourites. There's no doubt she's got the class to win, but I'm sure she'll be doing her best work late. Strictly on paper, Quintus Light could prove very hard to beat. She's second best weighted. If you go back to that run, Clyde, on the 13th of September when she was beaten 2 lengths by Ciao Bella, she's 7.5 kilograms better off for 2 lengths.
Yeah, big swing, huh?
Okay, but then you have to admit that Ciao Bella is an improving 3-year-old. So she has come on since then. I like the fact that she's been rested. Look at her form when she returns from a rest. She's 3 from 3. She certainly would have benefited from the time off to strengthen up. Races well fresh, unbeaten over the course and distance. So would I be surprised to see her confirm that form with Quintus Light? No, I won't.
Yeah.
Another one that I think is having a prep run for the KZN season, but she's got the ability, is number 7, Gold Poker Game. It's on the sharp side for her. But Clyde, this filly is very, very decent, and she's got a lovely turn of foot. So if they do go quick, she'll be doing her best work later, and I certainly won't be surprised to see her win having a prep run.
Okay. I think what came out of there, Lovers of Rose came out of that form
Yes,
line, eh?
very easily.
And one
I might
well.
add.
All right,
Yeah.
well, let's get our bets on. We've got the form from Daryl. Thank you for that, Daryl Marie. Here's a look at what our play is, and take a look at the jackpot where Daryl's gone. Quite a lot of horses here, just about the whole field, really. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By 4 and 5 in the second leg. Banker 5 and Field at the back. Race 6 on the card is the Champagne Stakes. It's a Group 3 event, and there's some interesting horses in here, with particular reference, of course, to a horse like Bereave, who must have a serious winning claim. It's trading at 5 to 2. Second choice, number 4, Rio Carrari, at 28 to 10. It may come down to those two, but I think we've seen already that a lot of us are depending on the 5 Bereave to win this.
Yes, Clyde. I like the look of this race. It's going to be a cracker. Go to the best weighted column. Bereave is 1 pound, half a kg, best in. Second best in is Rio Carrari, and then going up. Bereave, strictly on paper, Clyde, go back to the Diadem run, or his later starts. He beat Rio Carrari a length and 3/4, and he's 1.5 kilos better off.
You're right.
So on paper, he should hold Rio Carrari.
Right.
Rio Carrari since then run, and he ran third behind Mufasa. I actually thought he ran below par on that occasion, so I'm giving him one more chance. We know on his day he's very good, but he's had his issues. But I know he's more than capable of winning, because he's second best weighted, and he's only half a kilogram out. So 4 and 5 to fight it out. Clyde, that form line has been franked. We saw Trip of Fortune winning the HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes on the Highfield.
Yeah,
So,
that ran third to Bereave, eh?
I think,
And you had that, it was Countdown that came out of there
Yes.
in one as well. So
Yeah.
that form has been good. All right, so, well, what's our play in this particular event? We know Bereave, Adam Marcus, they basically the ones to beat that we believe are the right horse in the race over here. And Gavin Larena gets the ride again. And that's our play. Darren Burrows knows the stable well, and he's going all in here. Number 5, Bereave. Right, our big one of the day, the World Sports Betting Variety Club. What a racehorse he was, Variety Club. One of the best milers in the world, Variety Club. This is a Group 3, and this particular event attracts a decent field again. I had Greg Borch in our studio. We were chatting to him here at the TBA Museum, and he was talking to Waiter to Win, and he's excited to see how Pomp and Power is going to do. He's got that running for him and Gina, and without question, number 3 is the one to beat. It's top of the board at 28 to 10. But the stable's got a strong hand because they've also got Pakaya here, Daryl. So Justin comes in with a very powerful hand here.
yes, Clyde. Pomp and Power, he got £10 for running third in the WSB Mets.
Yes.
I like the way he finished his race off, but he's a bit of a nutcase. We all know that.
Right.
Without question, cracking run in the Derby. He also got a hefty penalty, £20 for running third.
Yes.
And we saw Cosmic Event win from that form line. Richards riding him. Question marks over the mile, and a it being a prep run. So he's no good thing. Pakaya, Clyde, you have to watch this horse's latest replay. I thought he found all the trouble in the straight, and I know the winner
And
was
still
eased,
won.
The winner was eased down, so the winner was unlucky in that he got beat. But Pakaya was desperately unlucky, and if he'd lost on that occasion, he would have been a very unlucky loser, Clyde. And you can see he's finally. I think he's not. The penny's dropped with this horse. He's gonna go on to bigger and better things. And Hoedspruit, he had a long, lengthy rest, quiet comeback, good improvement in his second start. So he's not quite there yet, but he will run another honest race. So for me, Pakaya from Hoedspruit.
Okay. So Pakaya did, of course, lucky to get up, no doubt, but nevertheless, he had the likes of Almatana in there. And don't forget, Gem King was in there as well, came out and won from that particular form line. So the boys are on, I think Pakaya's 5-6 to 1. So there's a price about this horse. Here's a look at what the plan is, and it does show you that the boys, both guys, Darren and Daryl, are into number 5, Pakaya. On to the 8th, welcome back. This is a Fillies and Mares, a Class 4. It's over 1,200 metres. Maybe not the easiest race around to finally assess out of this TBA museum. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to the guys for hosting us. We really do appreciate it. We had a conversation with Greg Borch. For those of you who don't know, you can always catch that live on, or catch that on 4 Racing TV and or on our apps, etc. But an interesting sale indeed. And right now, number 6, Touch of Grace, tops the boards for Adam Marcus as 5-2 favourite. Aldo De Meo is riding that. 1, Miss Marguerite is the second choice at 4 to 1. And then you've got to give horse like Where's the Party? Horse like Shane Humphries, horse 11 to 2. Must have some sort of claim here. Bar those, they're bidding 10 to 1. Bar the 3 runners. Daryl will start. This is our last race today. Maybe get some money if we need to get out of it, or whatever the words are. What's the plan?
Yeah, I've got one to get out of it. Let's
wonderful.
Hopefully we're not in it.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we've been in it the whole week, so but anyway, let's
Clyde, all I can say, nightmare. So I looked for some value. Now, Clyde, you're a form lines man, right?
Right.
Go to number 4, Hear My Voice. Now, in a later start, there's a comment in the computer form, clipped heels at the 1,000, and it wasn't quite her run, because you can see prior to that she finished close up. So I'm willing to put a line through that effort. Go back to a penultimate start behind Shantastic. How's that form line?
Behind Shantastic?
Yes.
Let's have a look. Behind, beautiful. Too beautiful, because Shantastic won, What Estate won, the second horse won, Hunting Trip further down the page won, and Miss Greenlight further down, much further down.
Okay,
the only horse who hasn't run yet is a horse called Oscar's Winner. When's that going to run?
I think it was scratched, midweek.
Midweek, I'll
anyway,
wait for that to run.
So that ticks the box.
So this is the horse, right?
That ticks the box, right.
Right.
3 runs back, it got beat a length and a quarter by the favourite, Touch of Grace.
Yes.
Now listen to this. She's 4.5 kilograms better off for a length and a 3 1/4 beating.
Right.
So on paper, she's a massive runner, and I thought at 20 to 1 she represents a value in the race.
Well played.
But Clyde, the race doesn't stop there. There's numerous in here with chances. So
we saw Paul Reeves walk past us the other day. Actually, at the sale.
Wasn't that the first trainer we saw?
Yeah,
yesterday?
he was the first trainer we saw, Paul Reeves. All right, Craig Zacky's on it, and 3 to 1 a place. So that's our play. Pretty much
more than 20 to 1.
More than 20 to 1. Okay, well, there you go. Hear my voice. Hopefully you are. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we will. That's our plan. We're going places, but we're taking the 20 to 1 about this horse from Daryl Marie's side. Also, just to let you know that we've got some information from Darren Burrows. He says, hear my voice, but where's the party? So maybe the 2 of them double float, and we get the money that way. Thanks, everybody. It's been super. Here at Bloodstock South Africa TBA. Waited to Win appreciates all the guys coming out. Kensani, Ricky, Dylan, Uraj, Mr. Marseille, the whole team. Thank you to Mr. Borch for his time. We've loved it. All the very best.